Hi and welcome to Let's Talk for Real. Different setting today. In a hotel room in Bournemouth, for those of you that don't know. Went to see Russell Howard this evening.
Yeah, his new tour, Respite.
His new tour, Respite. Don't really, obviously for legal reasons as well, don't want to give no. Like material.
Because we can't, what stays in that what stays in that arena, keeps in that arena.
Until it's like on DVD or whatever. Because I don't want no copyright or no legal team coming on my ass and going, yo, like, why are you saying like this joke and that joke was like private only, man.
Yeah.
But
obviously we're sensible to keep things alive.
Yeah, we'll keep like most of it hush hush. There's just like certain things without giving anything away that I think we could talk about. First things first, I know we've been gone for a while, I do apologise about that, but coming from my side of things, personal side of things, it's been quite hard to maintain this and work right now. Work for me is kind of hectic. Like I don't want to give away like who I work for or what I do for work, but like my job right now is kind of like fluctuating, I would say is the best word for it. Hopefully everything gets resolved soon, and that's that with work. We will be taking again another quick break because I'm going to be working on some technical issues. Like, I don't know, you guys have probably noticed on the audio especially, like there's times when we're talking and
suddenly
it's just cut out and
yeah,
I've had to use the audio coming from the camera sometimes, or even in the last podcast I wasn't even able to use that. I just had to cut out some of the audio entirely, which was actually quite a bit annoying, especially with the subject we was talking about as well. What else did I want to tell you guys? Oh yeah, we're gonna do, as this is a kind of quick one, we're gonna do the score prediction stuff now. For last week's, last week's as in like last episode, should I say?
Yeah.
Last episode we done Arsenal versus Aston Villa. What a joke that was. Yeah. It was a roller coaster of a match to say the least. And Hannah first of all said 3-0.
But then I said 3-2, 3-2, 3-2.
Because I second guessed you, which I shouldn't have. And so fucking fair play to Hannah there. With me, I said
same.
I said 3-1. That's what I said.
3-1.
That's what I said. I said 3-1. So I think you need to change this once we get to the end. But hold on.
Okay.
So that's 3 points for Hannah, 1 point for me. Because stupid me, I had confidence in our defence. Chelsea versus Liverpool. You say 3-1 to Liverpool. That's 1 point because they won. And I say 4-2 to Liverpool. Again, 1 point because Liverpool won. West Ham versus Man U. You said 2-0. 2-2, which is wrong. And I said the same, which is wrong because Man United lost 2-0 to West Ham.
What do you expect from Man United?
A lot more, to be honest to you.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, added up the points quickly in my head. I got 3, 4. I got 1, 2. I got 2 points, and Hannah got 4. So Hannah wins this one on 4 points. Hey.
Who says you can't bet on football and then you get like, woo? You know what I mean? Never do. I mean, be responsible when. Oh my god.
What's that advert?
Drink responsibly.
No, not that one. When the fun stops, stop.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the one.
that should be that's such a good catchphrase. When the fun stops, stop. I mean, if you can, when the fun does stop, you'll be what's it called? You'll be so much debt. not so much debt. Like I've got no money left. I wonder why.
Now I don't know when this will be uploaded, but in our real time, these are the next games coming up, which we're just gonna do. So Liverpool versus Leicester. Liverpool obviously on fire. They haven't lost a single game. They're on a perfect record.
To me, I think they might win next Premier League. I think, I'm not sure, but
Just it's not looking good for Man City. They've been struggling, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
But with Liverpool versus Leicester, it's obviously going to be a Liverpool win in my eyes. I'm just thinking of the score. So, sorry, big notes.
Did you have a drink?
Liverpool versus Leicester, I would probably say, a solid 3-0. Or actually no, maybe a bit too high, because Leicester are quite good recently. 2-1, I would say, for Liverpool. What about you?
I say 3-1. I'm going to be a bit cheeky. I say 3-1 to Liverpool because the way that I feel like they're at the same, nearly at the level of Man City, because so far they won 2 Premier Leagues, and I'm like, wow. I mean, it was so close for them to win the league, because I said to you, I remember when watching the game, if Liverpool scored that's it, they've won, literally, maybe, potentially. Then obviously Man City came at the rescue thinking, no, you're not winning the Premier League, you know, you're not this, you're not that, boom. You know, we won it, he said.
So you're saying 3-1,
I'm saying 3-1.
Alright, cool. So then the next game coming up is, of course, funny enough, Arsenal versus where we currently are, Bournemouth. And I will try, maybe do a little cheeky vlog, because I am going to try and go to the stadium tomorrow and get a few pictures, maybe do a vlog, see what happens. But yeah, just, I hear that stadium's quite cool, but, and I just like going like to different places that we go. I just like, especially UK, I like going to check out their stadiums, just a little hobby of mine. But yeah, so for that one, I would. So Arsenal at home, but Arsenal at home to Aston Villa. So, what is this? I would probably say I would be an optimist, and I mean, before I get to this, I will note that Arsenal will play Man United tomorrow, but I don't really want to do a prediction for that because it's like too close to our time. But I will say Arsenal, if they sort their shit out, they'll win. But if they don't, they'll lose.
They have to sort their, because most of our players are now fit and well, like Bellerin, Holding. I mean, Holding,
Bellerin, not quite.
Not quite, but he's
Holding,
like nearly
not
there.
quite. Thierry, they say, is the fittest out of the 3. So he needs to play, to be honest with you. But for Arsenal versus Bournemouth, and I do think that the 3 players you said will be fully fit for that game.
But if they are, they have to like.
They have to start. Simple. I would say 3. Oh, I don't know if that is going to be fit. But I don't know what probably to do.
I've got my score ready, so probably, I'm not saying.
What?
Do your score first, because I know you'll copy me.
No, I won't. I want to hear.
I'm saying 2-1 to Arsenal because it's going to be close.
I was going to say 3-1.
I'm going to say 2-1 because if they haven't sorted their shit out, it'll be 2-1. It's going to be like the Aston Villa game, but a bit more boring, but more like, oh my god, you know.
So you say 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Cool. Give me a second, guys. I am literally typing this as we're going on. Very tired. I've been up since. Well, we've been up since.
I'm lucky, but I just had.
What time?
We've been up since 6:30.
6:30 we've been up. That might not seem early to some of you, but to me, when I was working until 10 o'clock the previous night, well, no, that's. I'm trying to keep up to where I am. Yesterday night, when I was working until 10.
You work until 11 till 10?
Yes.
That's a 10-hour shift.
Yes, pretty much. So obviously I'm going to be a bit tired, especially waking up early as well. So yeah, so just give me a second while I catch us up to where we currently are.
Don't worry, I had one Red Bull and a bit like, you know what I mean?
I've already had my Coke Zero energy, it gave me energy at the time, but I'm like,
Yeah, you go big up, and it's like plummeted.
And I was a toss-up between this final game, because I was thinking, do I want to go for a big game that might be easy to predict, but sort of maybe not, just based on form, or a little game, but very hard to predict?
I'd say it's a little game, but it depends.
Because the other game I was thinking of before this one was Man City versus Wolves. Man City home, but Man City, there's That's slipping a little bit.
That's slipping a bit. I mean, Pep is going to be like, what do you think he'll do? You
Hey,
do like this.
Mom.
If you've seen the documentary on Amazon, you would not mess with that guy.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I would.
Emery needs to be like him. He needs to look up to Pep and go, I need to be like that. But no, we had family, no.
But yeah, so the game we have decided to go with is Norwich at home versus Aston Villa. Now, the reason why is obviously because Hannah's from Norwich, but not just that, because Norwich are actually, you know what, they're surprising me, I'm not going to lie.
I think because of one lovely player,
Pookie.
I mean,
but not just that, it's the fact that Aston Villa obviously surprised Arsenal as well in that previous game. But I think I had Aston Villa in like top 10 because I actually do think they'll do well this season. But it's the fact that they're two promoted sides. They're the two promoted sides.
Yeah, but only Norwich has been recently promoted again.
And Aston Villa.
And plus
they're both not promoted.
Yeah, and then you never know that.
And who else?
Norwich actually might keep in the Premier League this time. They might not. They might do.
Oh, listen, every time they get promoted, they get
demoted again. But with
So with that, I would, you know what? Even though Norwich are doing well, I still think Aston Villa are going to win. I think Aston Villa will. Pookie will score.
Did you write the results for the second game? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Actually, you know what? I would go, and I will type this as I am.
I'm going to think realistically. I'm going to
hard.
think it's my hometown. I'm going to think realistically. Like obviously, I don't want neither teams to win, but
I'm going 2-2.
I was thinking of a draw as well. I mean, I was thinking that as well, saying 2-2. Not because of Norwich, I don't want to pick on the Norwich side, but I'm thinking of a draw as well.
So that is the third game. And little personal quick announcements. I don't know if you guys have even noticed with the phones I had in the previous podcast, but I now have, don't know how it comes out on here. Right, that's sick. Oh, my hiding out my voice. My voice is right next to the mic. What was it like on it? Oh, look at those spikes. But sorry guys, got a bit too intimate there.
Oh, carried away like you usually.
But yeah, got the notes. Now, to those of you that can say this without like pausing, fair play to you, because to me it's hard. I have the Samsung Note 10 Plus 5G. Now that is a mouthful. To anyone who actually can say that fluently, then you know what, fair play to you, because to me it's too hard.
Yeah.
I just say I have the Note 10. Actually, what would be a quick way of saying it?
It would say like
I have the Note 10.
Note 10 5G.
Yeah, because you know it's
Note 10
Plus
5G.
already anyway.
And then Note 10 5G and then okay.
Nice. I think that's just cutting out the Plus and the Samsung.
I can't wait for my S10 Plus.
Yep, Hannah's got her heart settled on that. That's going to be her next
because
phone.
I got my pop socket. I got my already cover for my phone. I don't care.
To all the anime fans out there, let me show you my pop socket.
Obviously, you know straight away.
It's pretty much, to those of you that watch One Piece, it's Luffy's flag, and in the background it's Irish colours. It's the Irish flag, green, white, and gold. I customised it myself. I would give a shout out to the company, but I actually forgot. If I do remember, I will say in the next episode. Really,
or is it plushie socket called, or plushie?
Something like that.
Plushie socket or something like that.
Something like that. Hannah got it more or less
I had
right.
an email. Obviously, it was on my email. Plushie socket obviously helped so much to get his own designed.
It was
all
so
the way
sick.
from
China.
China.
And it failed the first time. That's the only problem.
Time, and then we said, it's taking such a long time, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay.
And I was like, sorry, what is this? It seems to be lost in the post.
Yeah, flying. Imagine it just dropped from the plane.
And I remember as well, when we was in Athens at the time, where I saw some fan that said, with package from China, I was like, hey, is my pop socket in that? That's a joke, but I doubt it was.
Yeah.
But, I just wanted to, I've had this for about I've had the phone for a while, but for the first week or so, I was just setting everything up and wasn't using it. So I'll scratch a week off. I've probably had this phone for about 2 weeks now, I would say, like, of full usage.
Are you like really happy? Yeah.
Really, really happy. And today, especially in Bournemouth, was my first day, like, as not being in work sort of day with the phone. It was my first casual use of the, well, not casual, it was pretty hardcore because it was on the coach. But it was on the coach for about 2 hours. I was on my phone obviously constantly, and I was using the tool split feature, so I was like playing games, watching, catching up on YouTube as well. Even if I wanted to, I could open up a pop view and do a bit of editing at the same time. There's so much stuff you could do, it's mad. And because of that, it drains the battery quite heavily, but I did not have power saver on, so that's another reason as well. It's just, the camera quality is just sick. I don't know, like, you see these professional review people going, oh, well, you know, the camera is 1080 HD Blu-ray bezels with a 6.2 inch display with just piss off, man. With all your listen, to all the review people out there, yeah, no one cares about all your technical bullshit, innit? I don't. Listen, all I care about as a consumer is the phone's sick. Yeah, the phone is sick. Comfort-wise, I would say it is a big phone. If you guys want a big phone, but it's comfortable in the hands, I would personally say probably go for the Note 10. Not the Note 10 Plus, but the Note 10 or Hannah's phone.
S10 Plus. I mean, it's just the right size for my hand because my hands are like tiny, short and fat.
But the reason I find it so comfortable is, well, one, I'm just used to it now, but two is the pop socket. The pop socket really helps, I'm not going to lie. Before I found out about pop sockets, I always had these flippy dippy cases, which I did like, but now they just seem like irrelevant and time consuming, and us millennials, we don't have time to waste, so yeah, I do. Listen to myself now speak, I think I sound very tired.
Oh, poor honey. Oh no, this is going to be quick anyway.
This is going to be very quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, comfort-wise, for me personally, I do think it's really comfortable, but only because of the pop socket. If I never had this pop socket, guys, I wouldn't recommend the phone because it'd be too big. And also, be careful with the case you get. The case I have is Spigen, I don't know how you freaking say it, but Spigen or Spigen. Really comfortable, really nice. Grip as well, very important. You need a case with grip, obviously. Another thing I would say is this little hole punch at the top. Don't really notice it, if I'm honest. And that was one of the first issues I had with these phones, was the hole punch in the middle as well, especially with the Note 10. And with Hannah's future phone, you've got 2 little hole punches in the corner, or just the S10, you've got one little hole punch. But it's down to personal preference. You get like wallpapers that match it as well. Like with me, let me quickly show you guys mine if I can. I'm going to try and show you a clear one without all the apps in the way, if I can. Yes, I can. There we go. So again, another anime reference, just as we do in every episode. And it's Goku pretty much using the Spirit Bomb, but the black spot is like the Spirit Bomb, which I think is sick. It's pretty cool. And then the quality of the picture is so like clear. So onto the camera now. Camera is testing it out today. We took like bare pictures, selfie. Sorry, with the front-facing camera, you've got 2 options now. You've got like normal, if it's just like but you've got like another section which is like multiple people in your picture, like selfie. So it basically zooms out, and you've got like, oh yeah, I can fit Hannah in, I can fit my mum in, maybe my dad. Like, it fits a lot more people in basically. And obviously, it being a Note pen, it has the pen. Wait, did I say Note pen? It being the Note 10, it has a pen. So yeah, with the pen, I'm not doing that. I do use it quite a lot, to be honest with you guys. Very handy. I don't. Me personally, especially being in London, and especially, well, I don't want to say the area we live, but let's just say North London is the area we live in. I don't like using this phone out in public. I don't like, obviously, getting my pen out in public and flashing it about. I just like using it indoors, if I'm honest with you guys.
Yeah, I think it's best to.
Yeah, so do I.
That's fine.
So if you do get this phone, be very, especially in London, be very careful with that. Be very wary. Unless you've done it insured, then who the hell cares, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't have it insured. I never insure my phones. So yeah. So that's the front-facing camera. Again, quality is good. Back-facing camera, I don't know if you guys probably know anyway. It's got 3 cameras and 3 sensors, which obviously work with each different camera. You've got normal, which is just normal. You've got the pretty much the ultra wide, which is like, it basically makes it look like you're way further than what you are, which is sick. I actually love that. That's my favourite one. And then you've got the, I don't know what it's called, but you've got the zoomed in camera. I think telephoto is what it's called. And you've got this feature that I'm going to listen to later. Remember the birds we saw?
Yeah.
There's a feature like when you zoom in on video, you can hear what the person says. So let's say that bathroom behind this camera, yeah? You're at the very end of that bathroom. I can video you, and let's say you're telling me to piss off. I'm like, what? I video you, zoom in, and play the video, and I hear you say piss off, and you said it so quietly.
That's good, I like that.
I know, it's sick. I mean, it has bare features, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't use most of them. What I will say is, a lot of review people do say this, you know those air jesters? Yeah, scrap it. You know what, they're completely useless, I'm not gonna lie. The only time I use it is for the camera and for Google Chrome. Because Google Chrome is very handy, you can just scroll the page or go back, but it's only if I'm at home, to be honest with you. And you've got that air doodle thing, you've got that 3D scanner, which I tried once, but I don't think I've done it properly, so it turned out crap. But, yeah, you know, it takes getting used to. Obviously, I can't review Hannah's phone, the S10 Plus, once she gets it, because Hannah still has the S7 Edge. So, yeah, that's my little quick review of the phone, which I pretty much like. Now, on to what we was on here for tonight. We went to Russell Howard, as we said in the beginning.
If anyone knows who he is, I mean, I know.
Well, before we get to Russell Howard, I need to rewind because I forgot to tell you guys. Do not forget that it's gonna come. Gonna try and aim it here today.
Or maybe in the middle.
Or maybe down here. It will be somewhere.
It'll be somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.
That's all we can say.
Something. So all our socials will be coming up left, right, and centre. Literally left, right, and centre. And I don't on that. Yeah, coming up all over the place. Save all our socials. Don't forget to follow them, like, subscribe, all that piece, all that jazz. Really helps us out, especially if you like us. It helps us like get noticed or not. Because that's what the judges were saying. And before I carry on to the Russell Howard thing, I do want to give a quick shout out because we have. It's not the first one, but it's like one of the. Who the hell? Anyway, it's one of the first people that's proper messaged us, like privately.
Yeah. And
it's a fellow podcaster. So it's good to know that we're getting out there in the community.
Yeah,
and
slowly, I mean, they're like, as they say, slowly and something slowly, steady wins the race or something.
Yeah, that's the
And
same.
that's how I think we are, you know, you starting from the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah.
That Drake's on.
So yeah, this podcast called Rest for Two. I would recommend you guys look it up. I haven't listened to it yet, but based on their bio, based on their bio, they do look pretty cool. I love their logo. Their logo is simple but brilliant. It's like a plate with a fork and knife, and the podcast inside the plate. I mean, podcast logo, which is brilliant. They talk about, according to their bio, pop culture, sport, millennial realness. So it's sort of similar to what we do, and you can find them on most like audio apps. I'm gonna say. And speaking of audio apps, other big announcements that I actually forgot to write about to make a note of. In case you guys haven't noticed, before I get to the audio announcements, we have a new logo. You guys might have seen the thumbnail looked different last episode. That's because we've now got a new logo, and I love it, to be straight up with you. It's really
quite
cool.
like graffiti art or something. I like that.
Very
and
modern.
It's modern, yeah. It's
We might change the intro and outro, but I'm not sure. Comment down below if you do want like a different intro outro, but for now, leave as it is. If you do, then the next episode will take even longer to come out. But sorry.
Oh.
But coming back to where I was, new logo, brilliant. And once we got the new logo, I went on to, very stupid me, I was paying money to use Podbean. Very stupid me, because there's a brilliant app, and I will promote it, I don't give a damn.
Shall I do it?
Go on.
Anchor.
Anchor.
Simple.
Not anchor butter, not
Anchor
anchor that you drop into the sea, just anchor.
Yeah.
Look it up, just type in, I don't know, anchor podcast, it should be the first thing that comes up. It's so sick in a word. It's basically like you copy your RSS code from like the podcast app that you're currently using, and you just drop it into the website, and it just automatically takes everything over from your previous podcast website onto your new Anchor website. And what Anchor do, they then distribute your podcast onto multiple sources. So we're now I actually need to. Oh, I don't have that app on my phone yet. My phone is still new, but I'll try and say on the top of my head. We're currently on Google Podcasts, still Spotify, but I think we might be somewhere else on Spotify. I think, not yet. Okay. I think there might be two of us now on Spotify. I don't know if it got deleted and then made another one, or if there's two, but we're now on Spotify regardless.
Yeah.
We always have been.
We've always been on Spotify.
Yeah. We are now still on Podbean, but I don't think our episodes are getting uploaded on Podbean anymore. That's the problem. We're on so many. I obviously want Anchor, obviously. We're still trying to get to iTunes, man. They don't want us.
I think because iTunes are like, because we're Apple, blah, blah, blah.
We're upcast. We don't take peasants like you. Look at you. You've only got 600 and odd listeners.
And I'm thinking 600. That's like.
Listen, you guys. Yeah, I don't know how you do. I don't know how you're doing on Anchor, because I haven't downloaded the app yet to check. But on Podbean, you guys are killing it. Keep showing us the love.
Yeah.
I know we've moved, but keep showing us the love on Podbean, on all the apps that we're on. Sorry. What else? Oh yeah, and some of these apps that you listen to us on, not Spotify, because I know from a consumer listening to it, that there are some of the audio apps that you listen to us where you can review us. Please, please, please do review us, because it actually helps us get noticed like a lot. Like, especially with iTunes, if once we're freaking through the door, which the doorman doesn't want to let us in at the moment.
He's probably at the door going, hello, can we go? No, you can't.
No. As DT would say, no.
No.
So yeah, we are trying so hard, so freaking hard.
I mean, if I could make that into a meme, I would.
No.
And then other
that's what you can do with my phone. You can make GIFs and memes.
I'm
it's
gonna
so
make
cool.
a meme out of that, because that will get views, and I want it to get views, because that would be brilliant.
So yeah, that's our big announcement news. We're now on like multiple sources, which is pretty sick, for free as well, which I forgot to mention. All of this is free, and yeah, it's just pretty cool, if I'm honest with you guys. So if you are a podcast that listen to this, because I do know quite a few, it's not just that one, a few podcast people have messaged me saying they like our stuff.
Oh, cool.
So if you do listen to us and you're paying for like whatever, like Podbean or I don't know, SoundCloud or whatever you use. We're not on SoundCloud, by the way.
No.
If you do, then really do look into Anchor, because it really saves a lot of trouble, and it does it automatically for you. You don't have to be like, okay, here's one into Spotify, here's one into this, one into the so yeah. So now, finally, onto, I wouldn't say the main part, because it's not nothing really to do with our podcast. What we just spoke about is the main part.
Yes.
And before we get on to it, we will not be doing the, what's the what's your part of the show called?
What's happening?
That's it. What's happening?
Yeah.
Very tired.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening will be replaced with what we've done, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to see Russell Howard. So what did you think?
Really good.
Now
Interested.
it's my first time since I've known Hannah. Like, obviously, since I've known Hannah, we've both been Russell Howard fans.
I mean,
Hannah's been very hardcore about it more than me.
I'm now 22, right? People think I don't look 22. I might do. Now, it came to me thinking, when I was 13, 14 years old, I was still in, like, just coming into high school. And I was watching TV. I was thinking, flicking through. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. It was in my old house. I'm thinking, oh, he's just geezer. I watched one episode. I was pissing myself with laughing. I'm thinking, oh, this guy's good. It was originally called Russell Howard's Good News. I thought, what's this? And he basically ripped the piss off news, making it funny. Obviously, the news right now is depressing, but he made it funny. You know what I mean? And
BBC never liked that because he was being too insensitive.
And obviously, the BBC being BBC, obviously BBC chucked him out. Obviously, thank God, because BBC are like, I wouldn't say crap right now. And then obviously when Sky took him in, I'm thinking, love you Sky, keep it up.
Sky have all the best shows.
Sky have all the best shows. I mean, obviously
they've got
now.
him. They've got Arrow, which is soon ending.
Bye-bye, Arrow.
They've got Flash, which I actually don't know about if it's staying or going.
At first, obviously, many years back, that was back in 2009 when it started, and that 2009, which me started in high school. So yeah, I started.
It's the first time me and Hannah have been to a Russell Howard tour together. Yeah. We've been to his like 3 venues that he does have in London sometimes. Mm-hmm. If you guys want to go to one of his 3 venues, then Hannah's going to tell you how to do it.
Right, first of all, simplest way is just go onto Google and type in Russell Howard Work in Progress and Friends. Sometimes it will just call Russell and Friends, and it will be mainly London area. And it will actually obviously called Work in Progress, but that would mean like try out material. Obviously, that was to do with his world tour. Not doing that anymore, but obviously after his tour, his program's coming back.
Yeah,
the Russell Howard Hour. So obviously once his tour's over, he's going to start trying out material for his program. So obviously once that tour's over, it's now September, October. It's coming back November. It's coming back November. So obviously sometime in October, he's going to start doing materials in small pubs in London. I want to give a shout out to them. I don't know, only one particular favourite pub I have in West London. It's called the George. That's what I know, it's called the George. It's got like a V1. Probably my best pub in. What are you laughing at?
Nothing, go on.
So yeah, one of my best pubs in West London. He's done a small materialised. See how tired I am? So yeah, really interesting.
Just checked, his tour does end on the 5th of October. Its final tour will be
in Liverpool.
No, the reason I laughed is because the venue is called Marks and Spencer Bank Arena.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? I don't remember that being in Liverpool. Maybe it was, but I just don't know when it was.
It was originally called the Bank Arena, and then Marks and Spencer's. I would think sponsors. You know
if it was in Liverpool, I would think maybe the Echo Arena. You know that place there.
We went past the Echo Arena.
That place is massive.
I think he did that 2 years ago once. He did that Echo Arena thinking, now I want to do a different arena in Liverpool. That's the Bank Arena. So yeah.
But yeah, we did buy merch. We got tops, but I don't really know if we're allowed to show it to you guys, so I don't really want to.
I don't think we should because I mean
I'll tell you guys what. After the 5th of October, we'll be whenever that episode, podcast episode comes out around that time, we'll be wearing it. Yeah, we'll wear our merch.
Okay.
But for right now, we're not going to wear it. All we can say, which is on public information, that the last tour day is going to be the 5th of October.
I think once that's over, it's onto his programme.
But, so we've got merch.
I've got a programme, which I forgot.
Got a programme, which again, can't show, just We can't. We don't know.
We can't actually because it's like a bit of spoilers.
Yeah, for the people who don't know, and they're like, oh, okay, I don't need to buy it. I just watched it on Let's Talk for Real. What?
Yeah, well.
You bloody bastard. But yes. Actually, should I put that in it? Nah, I'm sure people have seen that video. So yeah, that's that. Now, tour wise, sorry, I wanted you to say to them as well. For his what's it called, series that he does.
Yeah.
How can people go and watch that? Just people can watch that for free.
They
can
can.
go to there and
because
watch it for free.
Actually it's first come first serve. It's free. You can go on. I think sometimes he puts a link on Twitter or Facebook saying, here you can watch my program for free. It's by Avalon. It's at the BBC television studios, their new apartment area. So obviously soon you'll put a Twitter link or a Facebook link and say, here, watch my show for free, blah blah blah. It's a first come first serve, so once you get those tickets, 1 or 2 are free. Obviously you maybe print them out, put them on your phone, and for you to get in you would have to literally be there 2 hours before, which is ridiculous because when it comes to the hour, people start lining up a bunch of ants.
And coming from experience, guys, just because you have a ticket don't mean you're safe, you know.
Exactly, because it will say like make sure you get to the venue early as possible to gain entry.
Yeah, because there'll be people there waiting. Now I remember the last one that we went to.
Oh my god, that was fun. Was it like when it was like really cold winter? It was just before Christmas.
Cold winter.
It was cold winter, windy, and literally
we never had an umbrella with us.
No, we were literally like that. And then when we looked behind us, it looked like the scene from The Human Centipede. I was like, they're not going to get in. They're not going to get in. They're not going. People look at me like, why is she pointing? They're not going to get in.
And then the guy was like, right, yeah, so. This is the last person. No, I'm not saying how it was, but I'm just saying, this is the last person. Sorry, no room. Go home. Like, you just don't know. But I've been here 3 hours, fam. Please.
So yeah,
if you can, just follow us at Howard on like
Facebook, Twitter,
official
Instagram.
Facebook, official Twitter.
And don't forget, I would say I'd like to give a shout out to mate Steve Williams. Please try and get it to 4,000. So first of all, I'd have to pay my. Sorry, I should have said anything like that.
No, I think that's probably allows.
Yeah,
we're not giving any material away.
No, I'm not giving him material, but I mean, he's practically the only thing I'm going to say. He's put a bet on Steve that he wouldn't reach 4,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, and why Hannah's
now,
talking, I'm going to look it up.
We have to, hopefully, he has to give him the £100. So we'll be like.
He is now currently on
3,462. You can get
we
there.
Was there. He was
like
on 2,019,
was it? No.
922, something like that. 2922.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong.
And now he's gone up to 1,000. I'm thinking, wow.
But yeah. So fair play to him. I didn't know him before we went there. To be honest with you.
I kind of did, but when he said Steve Williams, I'm thinking, yeah, he's good. But I'll first Steve Hall. He did the.
Yeah, Steve Hall was funny. I like him.
He did the Tribe and Terror at the pub before that he did his tour.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, yeah, he did.
So yeah, do follow him if you guys wanna make Russell Howard £100 poorer, which won't make a difference to be honest.
That would be literally peanuts to him, I'm thinking.
Yeah, but so yeah, not giving material away. As the overall experience, what did you think?
Overall experience? It was interesting. I liked it. Funny. I mean, I like the way he says something really serious and he goes on to making it funny, and I'm like, yeah, that's what life. You know, I like how he quoted this song. I'm gonna say I like how he quoted. I don't understand why people have to be bloody miserable. You just need to enjoy your fucking life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You only got one life. Fucking enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because I've noticed that one by one in my family, people are dying. I'm thinking, fuck, I need to live my life because you've only had one. You know what I mean? I just hate people lingering their own, like, what's the word? Linger in their own pile of crap and feeling sad for himself, blah de blah de blah. Obviously I feel like I can't say nothing, but I feel like I've picked myself up in a way. For someone who's been suffering a bit of, how do I word this? Not mental problems. I'd say if I say to someone I'm depressed and they'll have anxiety, oh, what you got depressed to be about? I could list about 1,000 things why I should be depressed. You know what I mean?
Not why you should be, but why you are.
Why you are, why you should. Yeah, exactly.
That's like saying you should be depressed.
You should
why?
Be depressed. Why? Yeah.
Why should I?
Like, why are you depressed or something? That's what I need to say. So, what do you think?
Well, for Hannah, this isn't her first tour, so I want to ask you. What ones have you been to again?
I've been to.
Have you been to all of them? Be honest.
No, his very first one was when he was really young, but his first ever big one was right here, right now.
Did you go to that one?
No, because I was too young.
Okay.
And then it was before that. I think it went to. And then many years down the line, I got old enough to go to Wonderbox. Went to Wonderbox.
Was that the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was.
That's the one you went to performing in it before you knew me.
No, I knew you. No, oh fuck's sake.
Wonderbox was the one you went to performing.
Yeah.
Before you knew me, and then
What's
around the world.
Did I see it around? Oh yeah, around the world I saw.
I took you to the place.
Yeah.
And I watched Hunger Games. What one was it? It's the second to last one, basically. It's the part one of the part two, pretty much. And my God,
so yeah,
the movie messed my head.
As soon as I saw the program for Around the World, and I looked through it, and obviously I knew he was doing Twitter questions, and when I saw both of my questions in there, I could not stop.
Was gassed.
I was like, I'm so gassed, and I was thinking, why she got 2 fucking questions? Oh God! You know, everyone's probably thinking that and thinking, yeah.
Did you ask him questions again for this one?
No, I didn't. Couldn't think of anything else. Why didn't I? Because I looked in the program right now and I thought, no, I've never seen. I didn't know he did one on Twitter as well.
Next time, yeah, do it on our podcast account. Give us a little, give us a little shout out.
Podcast account, yeah.
A little.
I have to wait for the next 3 years, innit? Oh my God.
But he'll be 42 in 3 years.
Oh my God, I'm so old.
Imagine how he feels. So yeah, my experience of it was pretty cool. I've never actually been. It's my first actual stand-up live event, a big tour event. I've always wanted to see the Evans live, but obviously never had the chance. I was too young.
He needs to come back one off, and then we'll be like, we're getting there, we're going there, we're going there.
Like straight up. I'm putting off work. I'm pulling in sick. I'm putting all the stops just to see him live. I don't care. To me, he's the best ever comedian.
Yeah, we have all of his DVDs, and I feel like when I put one on, he never fails to be like, oh yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said at the beginning, I don't want to give away his material, but the stuff he said was really funny, and there was some stuff there you just like, what were you on about?
Yeah, and when he was I'm going to say when he started talking about his family as usual, and that made me think about my
all
family.
I will say is, I think I know why it's called Respite. To those of you that are wondering, why is this tour called Respite? I don't get it. Well, it will be explained pretty much. If it's the same as this one, he'll probably do it at all of the tours. At the end, you'll know.
I know he planned this.
At the end, you'll know. And I'm sure most of you know from watching that show with him and his mum, he has a very weird family. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
I feel blessed that I'm in a kind of normal family-ish.
Yeah, normal family with a gay mother and your dad who's no longer with your mother. That's very
normal for
normal
family.
Parents.
I mean, obviously when I was little, I wasn't
used to
the idea.
A normal family is 2 parents and 2 children. That's it.
Welcome to the 21st century. The parents get divorced. I mean, I had to get used to it when I was little. I mean, I was kind of left in the dark. I had to use my brain and go, oh, that's happening. Oh, I don't give a shit.
What I will say as well, I would quote a line that he said or not, which I've said a lot in the past as well. No one dies until the memory dies, which I love. And I love the fact that he said that as well, because I was like, yeah, I've said that myself for a good few years.
I would say I do have a normal family because there's odd moments that happen to occur that just made me think, Christ, am I really relate to you? Did I get put in the wrong cot when I was born, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe, like, with what made me feel a bit disgusted but funny side is when my granddad, usually when we go out, he orders cream teas, you know, you get your scone, your jam, your cream on the jam, you get your cup of tea, blah blah blah. Where we went, he got his cup of tea as normal, scone, jam, and he thought he put cream on his jam, right? He goes, this cream tastes funny. And then my sister went, it's salad cream. And he goes,
Oh, for God's sake.
he was like, and I was just like, oh, I was like this, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the hell's going on? And I thought, Grandad, you put salad cream on jam. That's disgusting. I'm surprised you haven't got diabetes. He hasn't. I'm thinking, that's the most heroic thing I've ever seen. Like, how can you mislead from cream to salad cream, like normal?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
pretty different.
Yeah,
big
it's a lot of
especially
difference, and I feel like there's something wrong with his eyesight. Oh my god, you know, when I feel like one of my grandparents go, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, is this really happening? You know what I mean? I'll be so feeling so down. Like if one of my grandparents goes, you know, one of them said to me, especially like my granny goes, I don't fear death, and I said,
at that age you wouldn't.
He don't. I said,
you just
don't you? He goes,
it
no.
at that age.
And he said, like,
especially with what your grandparents, like, not to give out too much away, but especially with all the stuff your grandparents have been through as well.
They feel like there's still mourning. Like I know, kind of in their not how they would feel. Like both of their kids have died before them, and that probably what really.
Yeah, as a parent, that's the worst thing you could have.
You see your kids die before you, and for me to see them really upset, kind of put me in a position where I want to spend as much time as with them as I can now. Than years down the line, like. There's too many. Not illnesses, but cancer scares in my family. I won't say cancer scares because it's happened. My granddad has been riddled with cancer like many years. He's had left, right and centres operations. He had a triple heart bypass. If you had a double one, that's nothing. Triple heart bypass, he had to have one because of his stupid smoking. If he didn't have that, he wouldn't be alive. He wouldn't be alive right now. Many years he wouldn't.
Yeah.
And for nurses and doctors and surgeons to do that to him, I actually want to say, like, how brilliant the NHS is, because if we didn't have it, I wouldn't had what I had. Like, done. I don't want to become this emotional.
Well, don't worry, Boris. He's gonna sort out everything. Don't worry.
But the thing is, when I saw on Facebook, don't trust the NHS with Tories because they will just fuck it up. I mean, for them, if I had to pay for my own treatment, I would have been dead actually.
But Boris is going into all the NHS hospitals right now, and he's playing that song, Don't Panic, Don't Panic. Listen to me now, boys, don't panic.
This is if I'll tell him to fuck off when I'm on my deathbed. Because I actually felt like I was on my deathbed.
Speaking of bed, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. I'm shattered.
And the camera's shattered, so it's on one bar.
Yeah, the camera is shattered. The camera is on one bar. The camera wants to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep.
Let me go.
The mic is fine because it's connected to this, and the laptop has power for days, but that's not the point.
No.
Gonna wrap it up there, guys. Please don't forget, it's gonna come up somewhere around here.
On the bottom.
In the bottom, all of our socials. Please do follow them. Let us know how we're doing. Review us. Comment down below what you think. And we will be taking a break. Just please follow us, especially on Twitter. Twitter is like where we give out most of our information, if I'm honest. And Facebook we just use to like not really publish, but how did I say, advertise our episodes, if I'm honest. So Twitter is the place, maybe Instagram, but mostly Twitter is the place to go if you want to be notified and keep us to be kept in the loop. Final last announcements. which I maybe should have said earlier, but something I don't really care about. We have Snapchat now.
Yeah, but we haven't used Snapchat yet.
Huh?
We haven't used Snapchat yet, have we?
What do you mean? No, we haven't uploaded anything yet, but we don't have any followers on Snapchat anyway, so what's the point?
No, so yeah.
It will be on one of our socials somewhere.
Yours.
We do now have a Snapchat, so if you want to, I don't know, not send us dick pics,
Oh, for God's sake.
spoiler alert.
Don't talk to me about fucking dick pics, because
I
literally had it
please do
knocking
not
in my
say-
face before I met
Please
this
do not
geezer.
please don't send Hannah any dick pics, or me, I'm not gay, okay? Send us like, I don't know, just message us, innit? Send us your thoughts about how we're doing, stuff like that. So what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right.
What can we do right, really? I mean, give
Yeah.
us advice a lot. I like that. I like advice, and then
And you guys are
Thank you.
doing sick right now, on, as I said earlier, doing great on audio, but please do be sure to watch us, because we are making sure now to make everything either just under an hour or a little bit over an hour. This one is going to be quite a bit under the hour, like 10 minutes or so less. So until the next time, guys, where we're fully rested, fully healed, and I've got this new software up and running, so hopefully on this episode the audio has been throughout the whole thing.
Yep.
Till the next time, guys,
See ya.
peace.